we have come to the third, which also happens to be the final segment of today's episode of Teens Drip, which is the pick and tell segment. Yes, Amira, please, can you help us explain how it will go?
Well, it's called the pick and tell, like you said. Pick and tell is divided into three parts: personality, Islam, and general. And we're going to be picking 6 questions each.
Okay. So first, I would like each and every one of you to pick 2 pieces of paper. Start from you, please.
Thank you.
Does it reach you? Mashallah. Okay, so here we go. First question from first section from the personality section.
Are we opening it ourselves?
Yeah. We'll start from you. What number do you have?
On personality, I have number 15.
Number 15. Mashallah. Name one thing you are grateful for today and why.
Today, well, every day, the first thing I'm grateful for is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enabled me to wake up in the morning. I'm awake, I'm healthy, and I can say I'm happy, at least in the general sense. It's not everybody that woke up today, it's not everybody that woke up healthy, it's not everybody that woke up happy. So I am very grateful to Allah for allowing me to wake
I'm
up.
also very grateful that I'm still alive and here on the show today. Yeah. Amira, what's your first number?
Number 10.
Number 10. Wow, what's your favorite time of the day?
Anytime. All the time.
All the time.
Yes.
Oh. And what do you do all the time?
Sometimes I read, like especially after prayers, Maghrib, Isha, or Subi Asr, I read my Quran, I do my Askar, then I do any other thing I want to do. But I make sure I finish reading my Quran and I do my Askar.
What do you do for
don't
fun, like hobby?
No. He just asked what do you do all the time, and then you didn't even mention food.
I'm not too much of a foodie, so I can't.
If I like
Wait,
to
snacky.
No wonder you're asking me if I don't eat.
eat. What do you do, like hobbies and stuff like that?
Hobbies.
Apart from reading Quran.
I watch movies, a lot of movies, and I read books apart from Quran.
Korean movies.
Anyone,
Wattpad.
anyone.
So what movie
Quran.
are you watching right now?
Right now.
Yeah, like
Right now,
What
I
movie are you
finished watching all the movies, all the series,
All.
and all. But I
interesting.
don't know when I get home. Maybe I'll see a new one to watch again.
What was the
But
last
the series-
movie you watched?
What was the last?
The King, Eternal Monarch.
Oh, I like that one.
From
That is kind of old.
what do you call it? What is it? What genre? What do you call it?
Genre.
Genre, whatever. Korean, Indian, Nigerian.
Korean.
It's Korean. Okay.
Sisters.
Yeah.
Iman.
Iman.
I don't know which to start with. I have number 6 and I have number 8.
Number 6. Let's start with number 6. What makes you really angry?
No, wait.
We're waiting.
The noise maker at the back of the class.
When your mother calls you and she tells you to bring remote in front of her.
When you're hungry and you haven't been served yet.
When you're about to do something and then there's like, no, you have to do this first.
What's that?
Or when you finish arranging the parlor, your brothers or sister just come and just dabari your work before anybody even sees
Or
it.
when you're trying to jejely sleep when other people start making noise.
Partially.
When you have
So
plans
what
and
is
then
it?
other people are
What
like,
is it? Why
no,
they are really
no plans
vex
for you
you?
today.
All this partially.
When somebody actually kicks the cat.
What's that?
You might not understand. She loves
You
cats
don't
a lot.
understand?
Oh.
Wait, where's my cat?
Your cat don't
Okay, what actually makes me like angry? Like number 10. Like 10.
10.
10.
Yeah. Drum roll.
10. is when somebody hurts my younger brother.
Oh.
When somebody
That's
hurts my
very
younger brother.
That is so
Very
cute.
Yeah, that's a very
I almost got into a fight because of my younger brother.
Wow,
Yeah,
he's
you're
very
very
lucky
nice
like
older
this.
Somebody flogged
No,
him,
no.
and I don't even know if they claimed he was wrong. And I was just inside, and then I had his cry. Then I came out. It almost got to the police station, but then we resolved it.
Alhamdulillah.
But that was big anyway.
I'm sure your brother feels very lucky.
To have a sister like you,
Oh,
honestly.
he's stubborn, oh.
But you still
But at least he has you. Yeah.
Despite his all this.
So what do we have here?
Both of them are 10 numbers apart. 2 or 12.
We start with number 12. What do you dislike about yourself?
There are
tough
plenty
one.
things.
I don't even know how to answer
Well, not
that.
plenty, but I know a few.
Like-
One. Whenever I'm angry,
Yeah.
I behave very irrationally.
Wow.
So you might need to
Very
sort your anger
irrational.
issues out.
Eh?
You might need to sort your anger issues out.
No, the thing is that making me angry is one of the hardest things to do.
Oh, that's nice.
But once I'm angry, I'm irrational.
So do you have
But
any?
then what
How-
makes you
the-
at that irrational point? Or you've never been angry?
I have once.
Okay, what happened?
Once?
Once?
If someone like I see my classmates, because I'm in senior class, I see my classmates bullying another junior. I just trip off. I trip off immediately. Most times I usually leave. Wherever I can't leave, I'll trip off and two of us most likely start fighting.
Wow. So you get angry in the course of being
Defending
being
people,
fair,
you know?
being defending people. Yes. And
If the
you
person
want to
that
be a
I-
police?
Ta!
Wow. That is a very a very strong denial.
If the person that they are bullying is not somebody I know to be disrespectful, or not somebody that's angered me recently, okay, I'll
Maybe someone
trip
that has
off.
angered you recently.
I'll not trip off as much, but I'll still ask why they are doing it to you.
Okay.
That's honorable.
Yeah, but you said what? Number 2 was the other question, right? Yeah, let's ask you that. What would you do if someone said you did something wrong and you didn't? Will you chip
Oh.
off as well?
Nope. I'll just calmly ask the person, what's your proof?
Don't
the way
drop
you
it
dropped it back in the day, you're like, what's your proof, Mike, bro? Very funny.
What's your proof?
So, number 8 says, what is your most valued possession and why?
My most valued possession. My most valued possession
Yeah?
is my international passport.
Wow.
Wow.
That's my
Yeah.
most valued possession.
Because it can enable you to leave this place. You want to leave.
Like for now, that's my most valued possession. Because my younger sister was even saying she wanted to go and get her own international passport. So, because the way I was like, my international passport, my international, any small thing, my international passport. So she was like, she wants to get her own. So she too, she will start bragging on international passport. Because I've not even made my national identity card. So my mom was like, we should go and do it too. And then I said, I have my international passport. So whenever I need to use national ID card, I can use the
Guys,
international passport.
the national ID card is also very useful.
Important.
Amira, yeah, what was your second number?
7.
Number 7. Why is it important to have good manners?
Why is it important to have good manners?
Drop back.
Well, it is very, very important. It is very, very important to have good manners because when you go out, I go out early in the morning and I greet people. It's good manners. I wake up in the morning and I greet my parents. I help them. I do chores. It is very, very good.
What do
Again,
you think those manners actually achieve? Like
Exactly.
when you greet
What's the
people,
essence
is
of
it just to
greeting
do exercise or you think they actually think
Mouth
differently
warm up.
because you greet them?
well, they might walk few steps and see someone. Maybe someone is rude to them and they say, "Wow, I saw someone 10 feet back and he greeted me." That's good manners.
So what you're trying to say is that the reason why we need to imbibe good manners is because we want people
No.
to think that
Not
we are
because,
good.
not because we want people, because actually deep down you feel very, very. I have good manners. I'm happy that I have good manners, because when I'm bad, I insult you. You think maybe later, 3 days later, I will sit down and I will feel very, very bad because I've
everybody.
insulted you.
Yeah,
Not everybody.
Well, I will feel very, very bad. I don't know about everybody. I'm
Seems
not
you do have good
everybody's
manners
man.
then.
I can
No
vouch
one
for
will say
that.
that.
She has good
Thank
manners.
you very much.
Because
I-
you need to actually feel bad when you do something.
And Iman, you said, is it because we want people to think? I think it's important for people to think we have good manners.
But
because
then in
the
some
people
cases-
that think we have good manners are the people that recommend us for jobs.
On some cases, people opinions don't matter. Like
Okay,
not
well.
every
But
time.
well, once you do have
Every
good
day,
manners,
I did enjoy every time.
people tend to, return, or how do you call it? It's reciprocal. Once you are good to people,
Like-
people are good to you, and then when you need something, okay, that person is good. I can be
But
good
you
to
know
that person
humans
as well,
are not very-
too. And another thing, it also gives you that self-satisfaction as well. To know that yes, you're a good person. No matter what happens, it's a plus on your side, whether it's on earth or whether it's on the day of judgment.
Yeah.
You're recognized.
I agree.
What number do we have as your last question on personality?
Number 5.
Number 5.
I like number
Ooh.
5.
How has your sleeping habits changed since the lockdown, the quarantine?
Oh, wow. I think everybody can agree that this quarantine is just like extensive sleeping period. Extensive nights.
Rests for, I don't know, long holiday.
I'm telling you, the longest holiday we'll ever have, so you better rest. All the sleep you will not get till later in life. I think it's better to just sleep in now and everything.
Not everybody
But-
likes sleep. Not everybody likes sleep.
Maybe it's movies then.
In fact, people, it's not possible. Like, the thing is, when somebody tells me I don't like sleep, I'll look at the person and I'll be like, what makes you think you don't like sleep? I don't sleep much. If you had the time to sleep much, my dear, if you had the time to sleep much and you've done all the things you need to do, you will sleep. That's the thing, you will sleep. You don't like sleep, you
So,
like
let,
sleep.
so let's just say you slept more than half the day.
No, how about
Almost half the day.
but I sleep up
Well,
to
that's
12 hours.
12
I can say I sleep 12 hours.
Half the day is 12 hours. You sleep
hours at
almost
night.
8 hours already. So
Yes,
just
then
another
4 hours
extra
during
hour.
the day.
12 hours, yeah. I think I sleep more, and I sleep more since this quarantine started.
Okay, so for the next section, we are all going to return our numbers back into the cup and pick new numbers. Yeah, this time I'll be going in the other direction. Starting from you. Do pick
Shuffle
two
it
numbers,
before you
please.
pick.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Doesn't make a difference if I
It does.
It does actually. I can
does
just notice
not.
the paper for me.
Because whatever number you pick, you still get asked the question.
Exactly. So it's
When I
just
feel
it's
like
just
I
nice
pick
to
the same
have
question.
different numbers sometimes.
One more paper.
That's one.
I'm looking for a very neat paper.
An open.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So what number do you have? Let's start
Number
it from
9.
you this time around. Number 9 on Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam with wisdom, Prophet Musa with eloquence. What did he bless Prophet Ibrahim with?
Children.
Children? No?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's true,
Yes, he had two children. Prophet.
but Prophet Sulaiman also had children. I don't know, but very likely that Prophet Musa also had children. So
There's a
he might not
difference.
be the answer.
There's a difference because
He had
two
two children
in
that
his
were
old
prophets.
age.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And they were
And they were
prophets.
prophets.
Children, yeah.
That's a blessing.
Manami?
That's a blessing.
Continue.
I'll take that answer
That's
as a
a
yes.
blessing.
Oh, nice. I thought you were going to say something like being the friend of Allah. Prophet Ibrahim was mentioned in the Quran as Khalilullah, Allah's close friend, not just his friend. Allah's close friend. Anyway, that's a very good outside the box answer. I love that. Iman,
I have number 7.
number 7. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam advised research for knowledge from cradle to the grave. Yeah. What does this mean to you?
It means that you should learn, like from your birth to your death.
From your
Explain
Blair
it.
Woods.
So how do you actualize that
Learning. You like a popular saying, learning never ends. So learning, like, okay, for example, who asked this question? I think it was my dad that asked me this question. How do chicks learn how to eat? It's because they watch their mother. Like, firstly, for the first few months, I think she feeds them herself. But then the moment they see her picking things from the floor, they also repeat the same things she does. So the same thing applies to us humans. When we see our parents or people around us, that's why they say your surrounding influences you or something like that. So when you see things, you automatically learn them. So till you die or something like that.
Yeah. That's okay. Instead of sleeping 12 plus hours a day, it's something
Oh my god!
Okay.
So when you sleep, you also learn. No?
Yeah. When you sleep, your brain has the capacity to learn.
So
Yeah, but 8 hours is enough.
8 hours is enough.
How
Sleep
many
8
hours did you sleep?
Wait,
How many
I
hours?
sleep 6
pretty
hours.
sure
Let me
maybe an extra
balance my
hour.
deficit.
And next
An
What?
extra hour. That's 9.
9.
Yeah.
then
Excluding prayer
Yeah.
and maybe
Eating.
eating.
Yeah.
What else do you do?
I learn.
Then what? What?
I have a lot of books at home, educational books, ranging from Islamic topics to secular topics, economics and whatever. I do read.
what was
Sometimes
the
I
last thing you
also
read yesterday?
I read a
Thank
book
you.
about English words actually being Arabic words. Like coffee comes from qahwa, which led to kahve, Turkish word, which was also passed to other European languages and English.
Please, it's okay, we're in Nigeria. We're in Nigeria.
Next person, Amira.
Number 2.
Number 2, recite your favorite askar. Yeah, this actually fits you. You like reciting Quran and
manners.
askar a lot. Yeah. So actually, this shuffling was nice.
Favorite askar. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يأتون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم.
MashaAllah. Why is this your favorite askar?
So I just love it.
You just love it.
Yes.
Why is it not something like what? Allahumma rizukni wa rizqan tayyiban.
Okay, she has a reason.
But what does this askar cover for you? What does it do for you?
It covers everything. After I pray, after I finish asking Allah for everything I want, I close it with this, because when I close it with this, I feel like it's not that if I don't close it with this, I won't get what I want. But when I close it with this, I feel more confident.
You have closed the agreement.
Thank
The
you.
agreement has been sealed.
Thank you.
MashaAllah. Aisha.
11.
Number 11.
Number 11.
Mention 3 surahs from the Quran named after animals.
Calf?
Half?
No.
Kafir.
Anyway, let's start from Baqarah, the obvious one. And
That's cheating. That's cheating.
and
Feel. There's also Nahl, the bee, which other surah? I think that's all 4 or 5. And then this is her Fatima.
or we'll go
There's
and
An'am,
check all
which means like cattle. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm just got
Young generation.
There's ants.
There's ants. Naml, yes. Surat Naml. Yes, that's the one. Second question.
double shot.
Yeah.
6.
Number 6. What's your favorite verse in the Quran?
Okay, there's I like a lot of verses, but
Can you recite one of some?
I'm thinking of the one that will say my favorite. Well, You know, I told you I like what I'm most grateful for is waking up. I think I like beginnings. I like when things begin. When I start a new book, I feel happy. When I start a new movie, I feel happy. When I start a new so my favorite has to be the first verse, Bismillah Rahman Rahim, and maybe I love the two of them. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin. I think it's the beginning of the Quran. It's where like it all started. Like if you want to read the whole Quran, you start from there and everything.
What was your second number?
Number 12.
Number 12. State
Don't be hard.
3 different times of the day to pray in our faith. Wow, your questions are really they
are centered on you.
The question suits her.
10 minutes before Fajr, after Maghrib, and after Isha.
Those are exact times you need to pray now. Rakatain Fajr, and then after Isha you have Shafi and Iman.
14.
Number 14. Why is it necessary to give sadaqah?
I think to appreciate what Allah has given you, and it lessens the sin. Like if you give sadaqah, it can be a cleanser for your sins, or like zakatul fitr for any sin you've committed through Ramadan. If you should give zakatul fitr, it automatically cleanses those sins. So I think cleansing the sin.
Okay. Your last question for the Islam section.
13.
Number 13. What are some of the benefits of some fasting that you know?
One, it helps people who like eating control their habits, control the eating habits. 2, let's say now you're a Muslim, but you went on the wrong path and you're smoking, and you now start fasting. Fasting, which means you will not touch a cigarette for 30 months.
30 days?
I mean, sorry. I'm sorry.
30 months.
30 days, everything is 30 months. 30 days. It can help you stop. It can help you stop smoking or any other bad habits you have.
Wait, sorry, on that, it depends on the person. Like, where I live, there's this Nishai stand. Sometimes when it's almost time to break fasting, I and my younger sister would like to go and buy things there or something like that. And most times it normally leads to like us breaking fasting there or something like that. So the moment they just start calling prayer, the next scent you can see the cigarettes.
Ah, crap.
The next
Those ones don't want to
that's
help
what they
themselves.
The first, the moment they
That's a
or
big
they start
problem
calling
with
prayer.
addiction.
But I do think at least they've been controlling it from morning to night,
Till
so it's
evening.
going to actually curb,
Reduce it.
reduce the amount of smoking they do.
You're right.
Eventually, if like you are only able to do it like today now, from Subi till Isha, Maghrib/Isha, they did not touch a cigarette. Let's say 3 or 4 hours they were remaining awake. Even if they use the whole 4 hours to smoke, 4 hours a day
Minus 24 hours.
minus 24 hours means you have to set 20 days without smoking, which means your lungs have 23 hours without smoke.
But then it doesn't make a difference.
It does actually, because
No, you know
before,
why it doesn't
wait,
make a
let me
difference?
finish.
Okay.
Because before
Okay.
Ramadan, they will do maybe in the morning another 4 hours, afternoon 4 hours, evening 4 hours. That's 12 hours complete, half the day. Half the day. But now it's only 1/3 or 1/4.
1/6.
I mean 1/6.
Do the maths, bro.
I'm not that good at math.
Wow.
No,
No,
the
that
reason why I
good.
say it doesn't make a difference, you hardly find people that smoke for 4 hours.
Oh,
Ah!
sister,
Smoke for
you
4
say you have an
hours.
aboki or this thing. Let me tell you, their favorite thing, they will not sleep in the night. Only God knows what they used to do. Then they will not be using the tobacco inside that cigarette to keep themselves
people
awake.
smoke, people chew cigarettes, people
Do everything. If they are not smoking, they are
4
chewing
hours.
something else.
yeah,
Like
people have
4
streets.
hours.
They
Some
can,
people cannot
for
they
4
can
hours.
Do you know
open.
some people cannot keep their mouth like closed? Like normal people
Like I
without
said,
chewing gum,
addiction
but
is
people
very,
that
it's a
have
very, very
cigarettes and
dangerous
stuff.
thing.
Some of them might even open the tobacco, put in chewing gum and chew it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so let's move on to the third segment. We are actually running out of time. This one is the general segment, and I'm going to try to do this very randomly. So I'll start from you. Pick one. One first. Yes, one.
I thought you said it didn't
What?
make a difference and you shuffled it already.
Yeah, but I
So-
changed my mind since she got two questions that are very, very interestingly
Peculiar to
her
her.
kind of questions.
This question. Let's see what you are.
Should somebody try and guess what
Yeah,
sounds
honey,
different?
you have to pick a
You
question.
have
We
to
can't be the
sit.
only one to ask.
No
No,
one.
Everybody
You
asks
pick
you,
six.
pick 6 questions.
Then each person will now ask you.
We'll see.
oh,
about that.
everybody picks a question for you.
Yeah, everybody picks a question and asks you.
We'll see how that goes. Let's start from Iman. What's your first number?
4?
Number 4. How does it feel knowing how to use a new device or technological gadget?
I don't know. Fun?
Fun?
Interesting.
Well, you not had the experience recently?
No.
She's tech savvy. Anything that comes out, she's just automatically good.
Or the
It's just-
opposite? She doesn't use much tech.
No, it's exactly. I don't know. I don't even know where to
There's
place
no
myself.
there's no feeling. It's just norms.
Exactly. I don't know. I think just
Why is that?
I don't know because maybe exactly I can just say from her side I never really experienced learning something new like a technological appliance.
Okay.
Like there's no technological appliance that I see and I don't know something about.
Okay, so there is nothing relatively new anymore in the world. Everything is just following the same process to you.
For now, I think.
Aisha, what's
Oh,
yeah?
wow.
I said it was gonna be random. So,
Okay,
yeah.
it was shocking. That was shockingly
That was
random.
very random.
All right, I have 9. Let's start with
Number 9. What can be done to help homeless children?
You know, Americans have this thing called foster care, social services, then which relates to foster care. I personally, when I watch those kind of movies, I feel really, even though the system is not very good, like there's still a lot of problems with the system. I feel that if we have that kind of thing in Nigeria, it will be very, very, very good. Especially for all these Almajiri children everywhere. You see them and some of them are so beautiful and some of them, like the way they behave like so smart that you think that if these people can just get good education, a good upbringing, it will be so beneficial to the country. So I was hoping that maybe one day when I grow up I can start something like a foster care system or even an orphanage for homeless kids and stuff like
We
that.
have orphanage homes in Nigeria, but maybe not much. No.
We have government-owned orphanage homes in Nigeria. And you know the thing about government in Nigeria?
We also have private
They are not much. They are
There aren't
very,
much. That's the problem that we have. There aren't much, and then
very,
there are-
very
a lot of them are also not very well funded.
and then
Yeah, a lot of them
the
struggle.
government owned, everybody knows it's not going to be well funded. It's not really anything. And then I also think that creating these orphanages of foster care is not just the only thing. We should also, like, you know how they do media for drug abuse, drug use, peer pressure, everything. They should also encourage people to adopt, to even sponsor, even if it's just 1,000 naira you have that is free, that is just lying around that you want to use to, let's say you have this 1,000 and you have just been staring at it in money, you're not even sure what you want to use money for because you have excess money. Just carry it and go and don't give it to an orphanage or something. Don't just look at it and say, Kai, I don't feel like taking sweet though. But since I don't know what to do with this money, let me just go and buy sweet. Why? There are people everywhere that need that money. So we should encourage adoption, encourage funding of orphanages and things like that.
Inshallah. Jibril, what was your question?
Question
That was my
number. Dead.
Question number 10. Name one thing teenagers should be grateful for and why.
Parents.
Wow.
What's your reason?
Because as you're a teenager now, any mistake you make falls on your parents. Any teaching you get from, mostly from your parents. Anything you want from your parents. So in general, just thank your parents. Thank them for whatever they have done for you as far as you're still a teenager.
Do you thank your parents?
Yes!
Every day?
No.
Maybe you should increase that because, like you just mentioned, our parents are basically one of our
Your
greatest
lifeblood
assets.
as you're a teenager. is your
Because right now
lifeblood.
there's nothing you can do on your own, and they are the people that we have to fall back on whenever we have issues. They're the ones that support us. They sponsor our education. They give us food. That's very important. And yeah, some other things like that. You're right. Back to Aisha.
Yeah, I have not answered anything.
This is very random.
Well, I can't answer.
But don't worry. Once I ask you, you're done. So at least.
I want to hear everybody's answers first. That's the interesting part, though.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I have a number 7.
Number 7. Where in the world do you feel a child is most safe or protected? Home, school, mosque, garden, whatever, etc.
Most protected.
Yeah, most protected.
Why are
And
they
why?
asking me about children today? Okay. I've never actually thought about this. Definitely not school. Like, definitely not school. These schools are they're just places. In fact, let's drop that topic for another day. Home. I think it should be the home that they are most protected, although some homes have been known for abuse, but most homes are really the safest place for children. Your parents, loving, you have siblings that even though you fight, even though you push yourself to the wall every time, they will have your back. So I think
No place like home.
no place like
No
home.
place like
Everything
home.
starts at home.
Yeah. Amira, let's have your first question.
She's not more invisible, yay!
She's been here the whole time. Number 13. What do you think your school should do to make learning better?
What they should do to make learning better. In my school,
Wait, first, just tell me the name of your school. So, should in case you're judging them wrong, I can report.
We can. That's infringement
This
of
is
personal.
for teens drip.
thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
we are
No,
talking.
we don't
you know-
include adults, which include school owners. Yeah?
Okay. Okay.
As I was saying, in my school, when you make small mistake, that's flogging. They like to flog people, or maybe you give, let's say you ask a question, not everybody will know the answer. When you don't know the answer, they will start insulting you. Dollar, this, that.
The
Then you-
teachers.
Thank you, the teachers.
Wow.
When they insult you, don't you see, others too will make fun of you. That's like, you won't
and
even
also
want,
it doesn't help with your morale.
you
Yes,
won't want
exactly.
to learn again.
Yes, exactly.
But you mentioned flogging. Does that mean what
They
are
should
the
spread the word and
alternate?
spoil the child.
No. What are the alternate methods of punishment you think that they should
They should adopt.
adopt instead of flogging?
Okay. The punishment, any punishment, but the punishment should be less. Not the type of punishment that will morally or physically, I don't know.
Yes, disturb
Like-
you or something.
Disturb,
Okay.
Thank you.
I went my boarding school. Let me tell. They don't flog us usually. They tell us to cut grass, tall grasses, large portions. Do you think that's better than flogging?
Maybe it shouldn't be too large.
No,
Yeah,
I
like she said small.
Too large.
And I also think whatever punishment you are giving out, it should fit whatever crime
Yeah, you
Thank
was
commit.
committed. If your crime was not brushing your teeth in the morning, maybe brushing your teeth publicly will be the best punishment. Or if your crime was not doing your bed, maybe you should do the bed for the whole room or something
In
like
school.
that.
No, we are talking
Boarding
about
school.
school.
Okay.
Or if your school is not a boarding school, maybe if you come late, you should have a detention or something. You should leave late.
Or maybe when you don't
Punishment
do
should
your homework,
fit,
they can actually turn it into a classwork.
Yeah,
instead
or
of,
extra homework.
since you have people at home that can
extra
help you, but
Fitting,
instead you brought
fitting
it back.
punishments to fitting crimes. Yeah, that's the best.
We should probably suggest that to all those schools. Like one day, all the teenagers should just pack ourselves and go and do protest. Protest against.
No, protest is
You
too
don't-
hard.
I don't join protest.
Yeah, why?
But-
Fear.
Your suggestion is good, but
No,
protesting
let's just
might not
start.
be good.
Let's just start talking like awareness,
Peaceful
like
ones
what
now.
you said.
Peaceful protest. Okay, awareness.
Awareness.
Like from
awareness
teens
campaign.
dreams, we can just start talking and
Yeah, that's nice.
instead of protest.
Iman,
I
what's
have
this?
11.
Number 11. Is it possible to understand happiness if there's no sadness?
No.
Why? How? What's your reason behind?
That's my reason. I always make instances. Let's take the instance of a coin. If you turn a coin this side, you need to know what's here to know what's here. So that's how sadness and happiness is. Because no, you're looking confused.
I am.
Like we have heads and tails.
Yes.
So how would you know it's a head when you don't know there's a tail here?
Because you see a head.
Then what becomes?
Then
hair
what
and is
becomes-
tail?
What becomes tails?
What becomes
The black space at the town.
That's it now. So
Needs to be
to know
a
what's
There has,
here,
there has to be
there
the
needs to be
tails
the
and
tails.
the head. They
You need to know there is a
back
There's
each
a
other.
tail.
there.
So you can't just know that okay, there's a head and
Badu
then maybe
bin
we
badu.
have a stomach here. You obviously know that since there's a head, what's below is a tail.
Is a tail.
So for somebody to understand happiness, you must have gone through some sadness. And for somebody to know, because if somebody keeps on being happy, you will know there's sadness. People can just say it and then like experience is best teacher. People can just say it and then be like, okay, I hear. But then once you experience sadness, you know that oh yeah, this is the difference, this is happiness, this is sadness. And when somebody continues experiencing sadness, you never know there's happiness. So when you just experience happiness, you know, okay, so I've been sad all this while, and then some people might be cool with being sad,
inside.
but then once
I don't know
they
if you've seen the,
experience
if you've seen the movie Trolls.
Trolls,
Yeah.
yes,
Something
he
like
was
that.
cool with being
Okay, Amira, you've not
Blue.
seen it, right? Trolls.
Trolls.
Trolls. Trolls.
Oh, so it's only me.
Trolls.
I've even walked up.
Wow.
Oh, it shows the cartoon one.
yes, Trolls. the cartoon
Wow,
one.
no worry, we'll go see.
I've seen
Amira, let's go and see. Let the door hold it over our heads.
Jibril,
Yeah.
have I asked you a second one? So what's it?
Number 10.
Number 10. Name one thing. Wait, I've asked you number 10.
Yeah, you've heard
Name one thing
exactly. The
teenagers should be
question
grateful
sounds
for.
Oh,
And
10.
why?
yes.
Okay, what's
Which
the
means-
second one?
I think 14.
Number 14. Saving or spending money? What do you prefer?
Spend it.
Wow! No thought I know.
Wait,
Spend it.
Why?
Spending money on what?
Why?
What
Eh?
exactly? Why are
Why?
you spending money
Anything.
on?
Anything
at this
like
age.
what?
Let's say I like sweets, so mostly chocolates, cakes. But apart from that, if I'm allowed, I'll buy a lot of game consoles.
Yeah, you'll be spending a lot of money at the dentist and the optician. as well.
I'll brush well.
Okay.
Because,
Then you spend money
you
on
need,
toothbrush
because of all the screens you'll be looking at, you need to fix your eyes, and all the chocolates you'll be eating, you need to fix your teeth as well.
My brother, I have an advice for you. Please save your money. You will
Wait,
thank me later.
allow me to
No,
finish.
you will
Allow me
thank
to
me later.
finish.
That's just it.
Allow me to
Save your
finish.
money. You thank me later.
I can also spend money on business. I can buy something and decide to sell it.
You're
Am
still
I still
saving.
not-
That's
No,
saving.
I'm
That's
spending.
saving.
You're spending to save.
spending
It's
to
it's
save,
spending
yes.
to save.
It's still
It
save.
still
It's
leads
still
to saving.
save.
But it starts with spending.
But
But
they
still,
still
but
save.
your aim is
Your
saving.
aim, your
But
intention,
according to
what you
your
had in
answer,
mind.
My aim is
Your
making,
target
not
is-
saving. My aim is
Okay,
making.
is
You're
to-
investing.
I not extravagantly spend, but spend.
to spend. You be spending.
Wow.
Wait, so I still need to ask. How much did you spend this morning?
Which money?
Settle. I've not spent money today.
You not spend money today.
Yeah.
You know the thing is that I
Yeah,
think what he's trying to say is when he gets money, he likes to spend, but you don't get some money is out that topic
Another
entirely.
That's
It's
a pick and
own
say.
too.
We'll discuss that later. Yeah?
Alright. We have a
Amira, yeah, we've come to you finally,
number
eh?
5.
Yeah, number 5. Do you find reading important? Why?
Yes.
Why?
Yes. Reading is very, very important because the more you read, the more you learn. You can't just sit down and you don't do it. Reading is very, very important. Just that one is the thing because when you learn, you go outside, you meet people. Maybe people that they love to read. From reading, they've learned 1 or 2 things, and you come. You didn't read. You haven't learned anything. When they are talking, you just stay there doing like invisible person or like you are just looking like how do I
anyhow.
say? Like anyhow, like these people
Newcomer.
is like thank you, newcomer.
JJC.
No, but everything.
Like a popular saying, readers are leaders.
Thank you.
Well, I have this instance. What's the use of reading when there's a person? His parents are so rich. He doesn't need to read to learn about his life or anything to work. He doesn't need to work for the rest of his life. And
They just
then
sit in front of
there is
TV.
then all his friends too are like that. So all of them are dummies together. All of them will relate to their dummies together. What's the important? Like, if you are to tell them why should they read, what reason would you give them to read? As
Surely
right
they-
now they have nothing.
They
have a
must.
reason.
There will come a time that they will step out and they will see people who have read, who have learned something. They will feel like different, like outcasts. It's like
I have a
not-
different reason.
I have I saw this. It's a comedy. He doesn't read. He doesn't love reading, and he dreamt he was a shoemaker.
Oh,
When he woke up, the first thing he did was, and he had bookstores in his room, but he doesn't read. The first thing he did was he ran to his chair, he sat down, he carried his book and he read. My own is that anybody that don't, and people that don't love to read, they should be dreaming. I'm a shoemaker. Something like this, so that they'll be motivated to read.
To read. And yeah, someone once said, reading is your gateway to the world. You can travel from your bedroom by reading. And with that, inshallah, we've come to the end of today's episode. I've escaped all your questions.
I
but
did!
you can
No way!
see you
We are
later.
come-
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Yeah,
Check
and
out the
share,
next
and
episode and check
the
what
next
the
episode.
answers
Yeah,
to all
next
his questions
episode.
are.
We'll ask
He
another
has to answer
question.
them.
We'll see you
2, 4,
later.
6,
Assalamu
8